He is the nicest guy on the planet. He has the hope of a 14-year-old girl. Right? He believes everything is possible. And it is my job as a good wife to crush that spirit. You are never gonna be a 47-year-old American Idol contestant. Get that shit right out of your head. Ridiculous. On paper, we're a perfect match. Real life, not so much. Didn't matter when we were dating that he's messy and I'm clean. Crazy clean, admittedly. I have a problem, I'm OCD. I watch hoarders and clean during commercials. Because I'm afraid a dead goat's gonna fall through the television under 22 years worth of newspapers and I will just burn the house down. That's what I will do. That's a very Italian thing to be clean. My grandmother was crazy clean. Wake up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, come back, your bed would be made. She'd be at you. You messy. You and the caca, so messy. Disgrazia, so mess. It's 2:30 in the morning, woman. I know, you hungry? Yeah, I could eat, whatever. We're just different in real life. It didn't matter when we were dating. Didn't matter that I have a master's degree and he has a GED. Not just a GED, he's got 2 because he sent away for an extra copy. Because it's a double major. It only matters now because we have our kid. Our son is 4 years old, right? I want to send him to preschool. My husband goes, what do you want to do that for? For that, right there. How about that? Exhibit A, huh? I gotta put a little purple beret up here? What do you want? How am I gonna stake my case? It's insane. If you find it funny, trust me and believe me that it will find you. Because when I go to sign my 4-year-old for preschool, I happen to find the one preschool in our area that not only do you have to fill out an application, you have to write an essay. To get a child into preschool, an essay. And I'm gonna tell you something. If my essay can't get my son into that preschool, I will get an essay. I will get a Mexican gang member to terrorize that school board. This 4-year-old is getting into that school. I took it way too seriously. I was a student for too long. I wanted to write this beautiful essay. I got so nervous the deadline was coming up. My husband goes, I'll write it. Yeah, no. Not only will he not get in, we'll lose custody. It's not happening.
This guy, I don't know how he grew up. Like maybe they're on a budget or something. But like he come to me the other day, he's like, hey babe, can I use your toothbrush real quick? I said, what? Like, that's the option for you? Like you're thinking about it? Sick. He's like, what? It's just like kissing. We kiss at the same thing. I do not scrape off your tartar with my tongue. I mean, I know I'm pretty amazing. But I'm almost positive I cannot prevent cavities. My husband likes to leave his shoes right in the middle of a walkway. Like as soon as you open the door, boom, shoes. Like you couldn't kick them off to the side? That was hard to do. So all throughout the house, I just trip over shoes like, oi, sorry dog. And we're still real new, so like I still try to look cute when I sleep. I'll probably grow out of that one real quick. But right now, I still try to look cute, right? But it's kind of hard because I sleep with Invisalign trays in my mouth. So sometimes when I wake up, my lip will get stuck to the plastic tray. I wake up looking like Fire Marshal Bill. Like full on, let me show you something. My face will be all greasy. That's not cute. So when I feel myself starting to wake up, like I'll fix my lip real quick. I put grease on my lip like it's glass. Make it work. Make it work. And we're pretty good with decision making, right? Like he'll come to me with stuff, I'll come to him with stuff, like teamwork, you know? But every now and then he'll try to go off and do his own thing. Like recently we just bought some curtains for the house. And I told him, I said, when you're at the store, take a picture of them and send it to me before you buy it, right? But he forgot that part. So I came home to these gaudy Armenian curtains hanging in my house that are like 2 feet too short. I got high water curtains. Like first thing, my brother came over the house, he's like, why you got capri pant curtains? My husband and I travel a lot for work. He travels with music, I travel with jokes. And sometimes we'll go to like some small town, like nobody has ever heard of this town. Like these people haven't even heard of their own town. And when you fly to a small town, you have to fly on a small plane. And I went to a town recently where the plane I was on, I don't even think it had an engine. I'm pretty sure it was a paper plane. Like it just had 2 propellers out front. Like as you step onto the plane, you had to take turns spinning the propeller. Like it's The Price is Right. I checked my seat assignment, it said shotgun. They had one flight attendant, she was wearing regular clothes and a name tag. Like real suspicious. And I fly a lot, so I'm used to the way things work on an airplane, right? I'm used to the announcements they make, like, flight attendants, prepare for landing. I'm used to hearing that kind of stuff, right? But on this plane, we got a different announcement. It sounded more like, Stephanie, we're coming in. Stephanie. What's this, a family-owned plane? Stephanie, if you have any more of that potato salad you made for the church picnic last week, you bring it on up to the cockpit, thank you. Potato salad.
But there's so many things I love about men. I love your self-confidence. When Martin and I play golf, I love how far he thinks he's going to hit the ball. We'll be standing on the tee, and I'll say, why don't you swing? He'll say, I don't want to hit that thing. It's the sun. He just loves watching sports. He'll watch any sport. He even watches poker on television. Have you ever seen poker on TV? To me, it always looks like lunchtime at a methadone clinic. And of course, baseball. But I can watch baseball. I just have to be in the right frame of mind. I have to be asleep. He even watches golf on television. That's not the most exciting sport to watch on TV. Did you know that if you tape golf and then you play it back in slow motion, there's no difference? Did you know that? Men and women, we enjoy different things. Women, we love to talk. You know who we tell? We tell our hairdressers everything. They know everything about us, don't they? And you know what? We don't even know their last names. My husband reveals nothing about himself. Martin went to his barber, has medium-length brownish gray hair, came home with a shaved head. I said, what happened to you? He said, oh, my barber thought I was someone else. I said, why didn't you tell him who you were? He said, because I didn't feel it was any of his business, okay? Men and women react differently to situations. If a woman sees a mess, she cleans it up. If a man sees a mess, he announces it. Rita, the dog just threw up at the top of the stairs. Okay, I'll be there in a second. Try not to do anything about it. Men and women, we have different beliefs. Martin believes in the sink fairy. He thinks if you put a dirty dish in the sink fairy washes it. I said, did you ever notice that whenever I leave, so does the sink fairy? He said, yes, why do you take the sink fairy with you? Men and women, we say different things. Here's something you never hear a man say. I feel bloated. Here's something you never hear a woman say. Hit me in the stomach. Here's something you'll never hear two women say to each other when they accidentally meet on the street. Asshole. Here's something you'll never hear two men say to each other after a business lunch. I'm going to the bathroom, wanna come?
Yeah, I got a gay ex-husband. Do you? No? It's good, it's good. People always say to me, how did you not know? We were having a lot of sex. How the hell did I know he was fantasizing about the waiter at Olive Garden? I think the thing is, though, I have no gaydar. Because, honestly, the handwriting was on the wall. Shortly after we were married, we both agreed to give each other one free pass. Should the, celebrity of our dreams want to have sex with us? He picked Cher. And I picked Bruce Jenner. Peter had opinions about my hair, my makeup, my clothes. He especially liked me in very high heels, which later I found out is a phallic symbol. So now he's gay, and I got bunions. When we were doing The Nanny, everybody said that I was a gay icon. But when Peter came out, that's when I was elevated to Judy Garland status. Needless to say, we split up, but are happily divorced. So there I was, single, ready to mingle, and as fate would have it, I get diagnosed with cancer. Can you believe it took me 2 years and 8 doctors to get a proper diagnosis with uterine cancer? I got in the stirrups more times than Django. And every doctor had a different solution for my symptoms. Leg pain, drink gin and tonics before going to bed. Stool change, stop eating so much spinach. Hard breasts, you got the tits of an 18-year-old. Which I do, by the way. But there I was with perky breasts in need of roughage, going to bed sloshed in some vain attempt to cure myself. Doctor number 8 said, you need an endometrial biopsy. But doctor number 1 said, I was too young for that. And I didn't ask what it's for, because I was just so thrilled to be too young for anything. 3 days later, they said I had cancer and I needed a hysterectomy. Oh my God, I can't even tell you. When I came home from the hospital, I was so depressed and so weak. I remember looking at myself in front of the mirror naked at my misshapen, swollen, black and blue abdomen, wondering, who is this woman in the reflection? I had always been everyone else's caregiver. I was the stalker. I was the superwoman. Well, it just so happens, on that day, Cousin Susan was coming for lunch. Mom prepared a beautiful spread, and we all sat around the dining room table to eat. Susan was talking a mile a minute, and suddenly she starts choking on her food. Well, I immediately jumped to my feet, got behind her, and started doing the Heimlich maneuver. My dad, who rarely comes up for air when there's food placed in front of him, suddenly said, "She's choking." And my mom, in a voice not unlike my own, says, "Don't rip your stitches." Every time I did the maneuver, Cousin Susan's glass of white wine, which she still had in her hand, went splashing across the room. When suddenly, miraculously, this tiny piece of regurgitated poultry pops out of her mouth and lands on the floor. Well, we all gathered around to look at it. Mom bent down with a big white napkin and picked it up and said, "It's not even that big." And Cousin Susan, still gasping for breath, said, "Fran, you saved my life." And I really did save her life. But in an unexpected way, on that day, Cousin Susan saved mine, because that was the moment I was beginning to feel like my old self again. Fast forward, I'm a survivor. I found it. I founded cancerschmancer.org. I'm middle-aged, I'm single, and I'm ready to date again. I find myself in bed with a younger guy. Out of the blue, the dude says to me, "When did you quit smoking?" And I'm thinking, that's a funny thing to say. Then it occurs to me, he's looking at my estrogen patch and thinking it's for nicotine. Now I'm wondering, what's more of a turnoff, smoking or menopause? So I say to him, "It's only been 3 months and it's very hard." We had great sex, then he jumped on a skateboard and never saw him again. Oh, I'll tell you, this whole aging thing is for the birds. Yesterday, I could not remember the word asparagus. Now, when I couldn't remember a word when I was in my 40s, I would joke about it and say, I'm having a senior moment. Now it's no joke. And that's not the worst of it. All of a sudden, my rings don't fit. My shoes are tight. So my girlfriend says to me, "Oh, well, you know, parts of your body keep growing as you get older." Wait a minute, what? Yeah, didn't you know? Your hands, your feet, your nose, your ears, they all keep getting bigger as you age. That's sexy. Because, you know, there's a million guys out there wanting to sleep with a hobbit. Oh, I could kill Peter for turning gay. Meanwhile, neither of us have anyone. Watch, we'll end up back together. And should we ever want to have sex, we only have to hire one guy. Thank you so much. You've been a great audience.
I think the biggest thing that we have now is that, you know, people don't take relationships seriously anymore. People don't understand that relationships are work. You have to do maintenance on relationships. You have to treat a relationship like a car. You know what I'm saying? This is, you take a car in for maintenance to get your wheels rotated, your oil changed, your windshield wipers. You know what I'm saying? You got to do that with relationships. Some of y'all sitting here right now, you've been riding around for 3 years with your check engine light on in your relationship, and then got the nerve to get mad when that bitch blow up on the highway. You gotta put work into that, you know what I'm saying? That's why I miss the old school, man. Maybe I'm just getting old, but I remember being courted. What happened to men courting you? Men don't even know what the hell that is anymore, man. I asked a dude the other day, you gonna court me? He like, I ain't got no cases. I'm like, you know what? And like, men knew there was levels to this shit, you know what I'm saying? Dudes just didn't jump on, you know, and try to get the booty. Nowadays, these dudes meet you on Wednesday, screw you on Tuesday, ghost you on Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, there's levels to this. Back in the day, dudes knew it was levels, man. You'd meet a dude out, and he would actually approach you like a man, a gentleman, you know what I'm saying? Whoever you heifers out here getting mad at dudes opening your doors and pulling out your chairs, I hope your ass catch rickets. Because men don't know how to be gentlemen anymore because of your dumb ass. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know how to be a lady. You know what I'm saying? I remember dudes, man, they would talk to you and they'd get your number and they would actually call you. Remember that? Be on the phone to the wee hours of the night talking about you hang up, no, you hang up. You fall asleep. You sleep? Oh, no, What you think about that new Keith Sweat album? That's cool. You know, like, now if a dude gets your number, all he do is text the fuck out of you. Text you for 6 months thinking that's gonna get him some ass. And can I just say for the record, men, some of y'all don't never need to text again in life because your ass can't spell. I'm tired of having to get a dictionary and a glossary to figure out what the hell you said to me. If your whole text message is in red, it's wrong. And then I don't even get mad at the youngins, you know, the millennials, because that's all they know how to do, slide in DMs, text you. It's you old cats that know better, that you came up in the era of courting a woman. You know what to do. Your dumb ass out here texting my ass on a flip phone. You ain't got no damn emojis. You making them shits with hashtags and commas. You sitting up here trying to send me abbreviations like you hip. You know, the young ones, they can't never spell shit out. It's W-Y-A, where you at, W-Y-D, what you doing. Here come your old ass trying to be hip. Talking about MMLA. What's that? Meet me at the Legion. Get the fuck off my phone, Clarence. Dudes understood it was levels, you know? And they didn't go out of their way to jump on the ass when you finally told them they could have it. I remember a time when men knew how to romance you. Remember that shit? They would plan for that wonderful evening, for that monumental evening. They'd plan for it, you know? You would tell him he finally earned it, and he said, oh, he's going down on Wednesday, but it's Monday. You had 72 hours to plan. He had time to do what he had to do, and when that morning came around, girls, remember when you used to prepare for that evening? First thing you did was pull out that bra and panty set you've been saving. The one you only wear on special occasions. So you young girls don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the problem with y'all now and why the stock of ass done went down like 3%. Because y'all out here just giving out ass for stupid shit like 2 for $20 from Applebee's. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is say, hi, here. Bitch, what's the hell wrong with you? But back in my day, honey, we may have had the urge to screw you early, but we never let that urge overcome us. We wanted you to respect us, to earn that shit. Understand what I'm saying? So you young girls know what I'm talking about. You see, grown women know how to control that kitty cat. Yes, we do. And it's something very simple as wearing the certain type of drawers when you go out with a man. See, when you my age back in the day, honey, we went out with dude, we might have been feeling him, wanted to give him some, but we made sure we had on the right type of drawers. So you young girls out here going out here with thongs on and no drawers, that's why your little coochie running around here with no purpose, no direction. But when my age group, honey, we knew to get that 3-pack you get from Walmart. It come in pink and baby blue and lilac. The ones that were so long you could tuck under your bra and make a homemade Spanx. I don't care how good your game was, you wasn't seeing these big ass drawers. But tonight, he get them little drawers, them little tiny ones. You know, the ones you put on and pull over your stomach, and as soon as you make a breath, the motherfucker fall right here. And, you know, some of y'all sitting here right there, them drawers been stuck the whole show. You like, bitch, I think I had a stroke. I can't feel my foot, you know, just...
My mom is proud of me, though. She was like, honey, I'm just so relieved you were never involved with Harvey Weinstein. She's like, I know you weren't, because I told your father if she had been, she'd be a lot more successful. And she was like, Erica, I just had this revelation. You and Grandma are very similar because you're in a male-dominated profession with stand-up comedy, and Grandma was in a male-dominated profession with aeronautical engineering. I was like, yeah, we're pretty much the same person, except one of us was very good at math, and the other owns one towel. Besides that, we're both killing it. Just killing it. It was a weird year for men, right? Weird year for men. Not a great year to be a creepy male comic. So it wasn't a great year to be a male comic. So it wasn't a great year to be a male. What I found the most surprising about the whole movement was how surprised we were by men being gross. Like, that's one of the first things I learned as a child. My mom was like, eat your broccoli, men are gross. And then suddenly this year we all woke up and every morning it was like, did you hear? Did you hear another man was gross again? And I'm like, I thought we knew that. And then another day goes by and you're like, did you hear another one? Another one was gross. I'm like, I'm not shocked. I thought we knew this already. The men are like, yeah, we know. We know. I don't think that all men are bad or anything. I just think that maybe they're slow learners. Right? We just need to give them a little time to catch up. And if they're over like 80, just let them die a creep. You know? Give them those last couple years. You don't need to teach an 80-year-old man why it's demeaning to call a woman sweetheart, you know? He's only got a little time left. Guys are like, was that political? We don't know. We're confused. I've been traveling a lot, which is, it's good to get out of LA, you know? It's nice. He's like, I got out and I stayed out. It's you know, it's a weird place, LA. Anytime you can get out and just remember what real people are like, that's comforting. And I don't always get a lot of time in places, but I do meet a lot of Lyft drivers, you know, because I take a lot of Lyfts. And you can tell a lot about a place just by the Lyft drivers, you know. So I was in Minnesota recently, and they are so nice there. My Lyft driver was such a sweetheart. She was like, oh my gosh, you're a comic? Oh wow, that's so brave. I could never be a comic. Your mother must be so proud of you. And I was like, thank you. And then I get back to LA, and my driver's like, oh, you're a comic? Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm also an actress slash producer slash massage therapist slash blogger slash vlogger slash marine biologist. I don't really need this job. I'm just doing it to study people. It's like, maybe you should study the art of silence.
can be shit. It's not all completely true, everything in that package. I actually had a massive falling out with one of my friends and her husband, and I'm down to 4 friends in real life. Yeah, so suck a fart, friendship. Suck a fart. Suck a fart. You think that's funny? Strap yourself in, mate. Now, I haven't always posted inappropriate, unflattering, half-naked photos of myself. I used to have a really boring Instagram account like all of you, but well, okay, come on. Show of hands, who took a photo of their dinner tonight and posted it online? Hey, girls. Thank you so much. We all really appreciate it. It was amazing. But when I started doing Celeste Challenge accepted photos, the account took off really quickly. It was kind of really full on. And I remember I got something like 10,000 followers, something crazy. It was around this photo. So that's Brittany. And that there is me having a go, okay? I don't have any upper body strength. None whatsoever. Seriously, these bad boys, they are just for show, really. What a show they are. Don't do that.
Now here's the deal. As you probably know, because I'm quite famous, I recently got a divorce from my ex-husband, Jimmy Big Balls. It's okay, it's very amicable, thank God. And he also lost 98 pounds. Now, the reason I call him Jimmy Big Balls, you might not know. If you're stupid, you can't put 2 in. Okay, picture this guy's freaking head. Imagine 2 of those in a pair of Hanes tighty whities. Actual size. I mean, that sack, Jesus Christ, it looked like 2 little midgets fighting their way out of a pink hairy parachute. I hadn't seen anything that big and hairy since I gave Snooki a pap smear. But see, this is how I know that God hates me. Even though Jimmy loses all this weight and looks great, every time he lost an ounce, it gravitated. And it migrated. And eventually settled in that beanbag chair of a sack until he had to hold it up when he took a just in case. And you know how I knew it was big? Oh, Maron, one day he's laying in bed naked and he goes, "Hey, check it out." I look, sir, his ball was resting on my side of the bed. So, you know, I try to be positive because I'm a person who projects much light and love. And I was like, oh my God, wow, at least we never have to buy throw pillows again. But you know what, folks? Since I'm telling you the truth, I will tell you this. I think that is the night that I knew the marriage was not meant to be. No, you laugh, but seeing that ball on the sheet and the other one on the nightstand. Now, like I said, I am one lucky that I do not have a nasty divorce. And part of it, I think, is that we didn't have kids. Now, black guy, are you a black? Or a half spick, half black? That would make you 6 years a slave, my friend. Look at the gay guys are getting worried. I'm like, help us. Okay, are you a black guy then? Oh, you're Jamaican. Oh, okay. No wonder this hot bitch is with you, holy shit. How many kids you got? You got kids? You got kids, mother? You got kids? How many you got? Two. Yeah, son. How old are your kids? 4 and 10, is this their mom? No, of course not. Why would you do it? You don't want to mess with fine traditions.